Hello, people of God. Are you in hiding? Where are you at? I think some went underground. I really do. I think some of you went underground. I think you ought to come up. Today was just a wonderful day. Praise God. The sun was out. I did some gardening. I feel good. You know, you can't let a little virus get you down. I know there's a lot of deaths in New York City and some of those big cities. They're going to be closed for quite some time. Well, many of them should have listened to some of those prophecy teachers that were prophesying that New York City was the great Babylon. Now, I don't think New York City's the great Babylon, but they seem to have thought it was, and maybe they were right in a sense. You should have left New York City. You should have left that hellhole and went out to rural America. But I'm here to tell you that rural America is not what it's cracked up to be. You got ticks, you got mosquitoes, you got fleas, and I don't know about you, but you could wear a flea collar. Those fleas can get really bad. They just come indoors. You got wasp will fly in, and if you ever get bit in the face with a mud dauber, oh, it hurts. It hurts really bad. Yeah, and then the like in Missouri where I live, it's humid. They ought to pay me money just to live here. It is so humid. And if you live in the place where you have allergies, allergens can be really bad at this time. They say, don't touch your face because of the coronavirus. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your nose. Don't touch your eyes. You ever had allergies? You're touching your face. You're touching your eyes. Your nose is constantly running. You're always putting something up to your nose. It is really bad. I've lived with allergies my whole life. But this year so far, I had an attack, but it hadn't been too bad. It rained, and then right now I don't seem to have it. Well, maybe it's coming. Maybe a second wave of allergens will be coming. Well, I hope not. But yeah, like I said, living out in the country is not what it's cracked up to be. I doubt if some of you who went into the holes with your cans of food, your hoarding of all those cans of food and toilet paper, I bet you're not that comfortable in the hole. I bet that hole is very damp. I bet that hole is very moist down there, and it's not that comfortable. It's not that great to live in. But you ought to come up once in a while. Shopping, at least going to the store, has never been better. The roads are kind of empty and you just can go right to where you want to go. And it's not that bad. And then here in Missouri, we got snakes. Just last year, I was cleaning out my pump house. You have to pump the water from the ground. And I was cleaning out my pump house, and there was a copperhead. A copperhead right in my pump house. I did kill it, but who likes to have to play around with snakes and watch for the snakes? You don't know if they're going to bite you and kill you at any moment. Life can be very deadly if you don't know what you're doing in the country. So I wouldn't just rush out and just move to the country. Maybe you're better off where you're at. Just drink some herbal tea, go to bed, get your rest. Try to live as sinless as you can, and maybe that's the best way. I definitely wouldn't go into the holes. Those snakes, they like places that are cool and damp. And if you don't have a great, expensive building or bunker underground, then you just might have a snake problem. There's spiders too. Oh, black widows. I don't like going under the house. Sometimes you'll have to do some kind of work under the house, and there's spider webs all over the place. And not to mention mice. Mice, you just can't seem to kill them all. You've heard of the hantavirus, haven't you? Oh, you can get that from infected deer mice. They can excrete the virus in their urine, saliva, and droppings. A person may be exposed to the hantavirus by breathing contaminated dust after disturbing or cleaning rodent droppings or nests, or by living or working in rodent-infested settings. Oh, there's always the threat of some kind of virus coming from these dirty, nasty mice. When I come indoors, mouth, immediately I have to wash my hands and wash my face. It's sweaty, it's slimy, it's humid out there, and I just feel dirty. Well, anyway, that's living in rural America. Now, I really envy the people in the city in the summertime. They're wearing their shorts and they got wonderful, wonderful, perfect legs, no blemishes, no bites on them. But if you would see my legs after just a little time in the country, you would see all kinds of scars. Why? Because I've been bitten so many times. There's so many different kinds of pests that'll come crawling up your legs like the ticks, and they just leave big old heaping sores and scars on your legs. And you got to wear pants most of the time. People don't want to see those ugly scar legs. Now, a lot of people, because of the food scare, people are buying up the food, and it's hard to find the food that you like in the store. The shelves are empty. Of course, along with the toilet paper. Where they can't get their favorite food, they're starting to grow gardens. A lot of garden centers are you can't find seeds. You can't find plants. People are just buying it by the truckloads, and they're going to have a garden. There's a price to pay when you garden. The sun out there is so hot. I don't know if it's climate change, but the sun is so hot, it'll burn holes in your skin. And if you like to look like you got the plague, big old patches of brown spots all over your body and your face, then become a gardener. Now, gardening, there is always a price to pay. You see these older people, they got the brown spots on their hands. Well, you can be a young person with brown spots. You just spend enough time out there in the sun. Oh, yeah, there is a price to pay when you don't get all your food from the supermarket. Now, a lot of people who just instantly overnight, they decide they're going to grow a garden. They think it's just so wonderful. Most of the food that you grow, if you don't know how to do it right, you're just feeding the animals. That's right. They're out there scavenging your property. Day and night, they're looking for something to munch on. And when you come out to harvest your plants, not only is it unclean, that most of the food that you're going to be eating has been touched and has been nibbled on by a drooling possum or maybe a raccoon, but your bed of strawberries with all those nice ripe strawberries could be gone by morning time, and you'll have not a thing. You might be able to eat the leaves, but that's about all. And then you think that's bad enough. You ever heard of the hornworm? Oh, you grow these luscious plants, these tomato plants, and then this moth comes at night, and he lays their little stupid eggs, and hornworms grow, and they can just devour your tomato plant. You'll have nothing whatsoever. It'll just be mowed down, like the whole plant and all. It's a terrible thing to have to learn how to garden if you don't have years of experience under your belt. And let's talk about the weather. Oh, one moment you might have nice rain, but then the rain doesn't quit and it becomes a flood. And pretty soon you'd be more apt to grow rice than you would garden plants. Or it could be just a summer storm, and hell will fall to the ground and smash all of your garden plants, and your garden will be pulverized into a dead mass of mangled plants that once was a thriving garden, and you'll have many tears over that garden that you spent a lot of work on. Let me tell you, it's not a wonderful life in the country. It's probably no wonderful of a life in the city as it is in the country, so you might as well just stay where you're at. Try to make the best of things. I know many days I want to move, but I'm still here. The time is never right. Once you are in a place, it's kind of hard to leave. But on a brighter note, where are the people of God? Are you hiding? Are you quarantined? I hope you're not sick. I'll be praying for you because you matter. You matter with God. And if you can, say a little prayer for me in these harsh place where I live. We'll see you later. God bless you, and may God keep you safe until the rapture of the church, which I believe is very soon. See you later. Bye.